early.
What's good, folks? We are back. It's another episode of Early.
Yo,
appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Since we see
you know what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel so that whenever we drop, y'all know.
So like a season premiere.
Yeah, almost.
It literally feels like that. I think
almost.
For the about we've been doing this show probably like 4 years.
Yeah,
probably been
we gotta start breaking
them
into
busy.
seasons, don't we?
Yeah, this has kind of been more some of the one of the more busier weeks in between shows, man. But it feels good.
Yeah, it's a lot going
back,
on.
Man, for sure. We got this is like one of them. I always love when we get into like little recap episodes, man.
Yeah,
'cause it's always like a good brush up of a lot of things that are happening. And the timing just seems to be perfect because we're in the midst of what I would call, I think we agreed upon, right? The most eventful NBA playoffs that I can recall. God. In recent,
a couple
in my
weeks
years,
ago,
or I'm even willing to say this is kind of like the best playoffs I've seen in terms of just parity at each. Didn't have to wait till gotta wait till the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Bro, every fucking round has been some shit. Like
I think it was like the second round. It was when the Knicks were playing the Celtics.
Even
when me and you texted and I was like, "Dog, this is the best playoffs I've ever seen." Like, and that was before that was even before the Knicks and the Pacers series. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Brunson on Amen Thompson and Amir Thompson in the
Detroit.
Pistons. Fucking crazy ass shot.
Yeah.
We had Halliburton on
fucking Giannis. I forgot all about that. That step back three. Yeah. The comeback. Yeah, bro.
One of the best defenders
on skates. And the thing is, he was strapping him before that.
Bro, he
was strapping him. He was. But I'm saying like that game in particular, he was giving Brunson problems that whole game.
Clutch player of the year. Clutch player
literally. I think that happened right after he was named to that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably his first game.
What else happened, right? Then you also
have
Halliburton
over Giannis,
right?
Yeah. Halliburton's had a few. Halliburton
getting the shit back off free throw to Cavs. The choke.
Oh my god!
Come on, Aaron Gordon. Before they got kicked out, Aaron Gordon had 2 game winners this fucking
Hold on. Would you say Halliburton's having the best playoff run? I was gonna say this. I mean, I want to say this year, but I want to make it tougher. Like
no.
In recent, not even this year.
No. Already, I'll say it like this. I feel like he has the most to gain to his whole like, cause literally, bro, what we were talking about that was hilarious.
What?
Motherfuckers ranked him the most overrated.
Yeah.
So for him to, let's just say the Pacers win it. Oh, your brand literally it helps your brand more than any other.
That's gonna be like a tagline,
more than Shea, more than Anthony, more than Jalen Brunson. Like it would help your lore way better. But I do think if we talk about runs, I do think like a Jalen Brunson. I do think like his run this playoffs has been better than Hallie, even though like I don't have like 3 game winners. Yeah. But I mean I got a game winner. Like I just do think the clutch, like in terms of the clutch player of the year, the award you got, Brunson has literally lived up to that fucking award. He's been that. And I'm like, bruh, I didn't even see the Knicks doing this, and like it's so exciting because it's the.
I mean, you didn't see the Knicks doing this. Did you see the Pacers win the Eastern Conference Finals last year? So
exactly. So
it feels like they're just
have to put respect on their name. That's kind of what this series,
but bro,
season has been.
People thought last year was a fluke. That's kind of what makes it tougher. Like everybody thought last year was a fluke, and now you repeat it. Like that's kind of tough.
Like we're adding on. We just added on to this shit. Like y'all are surprised. We weren't surprised, right? But I still think with the Knicks, I'm just kind of like, because there's like a constant, like the Pacers are back into the finals, and it went to Game 7 even last year with the Knicks, right? Mm-hmm. And another constant is like, I feel like playoff Brunson. We started saying that last playoffs, and it's like, boom, this playoff started again. I'm looking at like the stat sheet for the whole shit. I'm like, God, playoff Brunson, bro. Like, goddamn. And then also, I don't want to. And this is another. I'm saying Brunson, but I wouldn't even be mad if somebody just said. You know what's so funny about Shea, bro? I feel like when you're like a nonchalant, cool guy, for some reason, I don't know. It's weird. Like Anthony Edwards, I know he's like such a big personality, but we've been so like face of the league. I'm like, I think it's very clear who is the better player in this series, and there's like levels to this shit. I'm like, look at Shea. Why is Shea not spoken of in that way? I'm like, Shea just had almost a 40-point triple-double yesterday. He was cooking the whole fucking Grizzlies series cooking, Nuggets series cooking. But it's kind of like, is it the market they playing in? Or like, well, weird.
He just won MVP, so let's give him that.
That too, right?
But the
But we don't
his
talk about
team
him.
is way better, bro. Like
OKC
be strapping. Like it's hard for Anthony Edwards to breathe out there, bro.
The young boy, bro.
It's hard for Anthony Edwards to breathe. So like he's being strapped way more than Shai's being strapped. And honestly, I saw how they've been defending him the last couple games. Like they're kind of trying to like give him that three, kind of like trying to take away him driving, and just a couple of glimpses. I mean, a couple of screenshots that's ingrained in my head is Rudy Gobert just giving him space and him cashing in his eye. Right. So I'm like, if Shai's gonna be open essentially from outside and kind of being dared to shoot, you know what I'm saying? It's more opportunity for him to ball or put up good numbers. Whereas Anthony Edwards is literally getting strapped, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's literally getting strapped.
How do you feel about this conversation people call SGA a free throw merchant? What do you feel?
So
about
literally
that?
Last night I heard Richard Jefferson saying that he averages the same amount. He had 2 seasons where he averaged 8 free throws a game, and I guess Shai averaged 8 free throws a game.
Yeah, nobody called Richard Jefferson a free
throw. But the thing is also too, Richard Jefferson wasn't ball dominant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was literally like he wasn't even handling the ball most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So that was a very interesting stat. Because the thing is, if I would have not heard him say that when I was watching the game last night, if I would have not heard him say that, I'd have been open to the whole free throw merchant conversation, because when I'm watching the game, it looks like this nigga's getting hella calls, and he does this little move where as soon as you touch his left shoulder, he acts like he's using this shoulder to shoot with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, stop guarding him like that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga will lift his arm, he'll have the ball in this hand, lift his arm like he's gonna shoot and shoot it with this hand.
He'll like trap a part of your body to the point that when you're
forced to foul.
Like you're moving me, but I locked it. I kind of locked it. That's why McDaniels pushed him that one. Like he was and I'm like, bro, you're not. You need to lock.
You said you need to think.
Because I'm like, this is
use your common sense,
bro. Because you know what it is James Harden kind of was my introduction. Because I always have this conversation with people. Sometimes it's with music. Sometimes it's in sports. I like to call it like I like the purist. And a purist is someone that wants what they fell in love with, whatever it was, to remain that what I've known it to be. But you have to also understand things evolve over time, and we can have our preference. I'm not trying to say you have to prefer this now. You can prefer, I prefer when they play how the style of play. Cool, but if you can manipulate the game to work in your favor as a player competing, you think players are not going to do that? And also when people call merch, I'm like, you think Shai is the first person to do, like, no, bro, it's a part. The great LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Brunson, like T-Mac, everybody you gotta sell this shit. It's a Harden, like, you gotta sell it. And just because sometimes I feel like that's a little facet of the game now. If people want, like, if the league wants to go in the offseason and be like, you know how it used to be like you kick your leg out to get the foul. Then they changed it like, yo, that's an offensive foul. We see what y'all doing. Y'all just kicking motherfuckers and getting the foul. So if they feel something's egregious like that, it'll change. But for the time being, I'm kind of like, nah, bro, because even when you subtract the points made off of free throws, he still averages the most points in the league, non-free throws. So, and then there's another stat I'm going to send you that spoke to the same shit you were talking about. His rank all-time playoff-wise in terms of free throws that he averages ranked somewhere like before this Western Conference, 400-something all-time. And I was like, bro.
As far as average free throws in a season, or in your career?
In the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna find that shit. I favorited it. But when I said that, I was like, sometimes just put in the perspective where I'm just like, yo, bro, y'all just want the game to just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, bro, getting fouls and making them is a part of the game.
It's part of the game. Yeah.
And how do you feel about now we talk about that whole matchup, him and AE. I'm somebody that's critical of somebody that doesn't try to do more, in the fact that I don't care if you're missing. at least shoot.
Are you talking about Anthony Edwards not taking a lot of shots?
So do you not have a problem if like a player like Anthony Edwards, and you know what your team needs of you, if you're just going 5 for 13, that's not even necessarily an off night. It's like, I would think that's like a first half stat. I'm warming up.
Yeah.
But like for the whole game and for you to have played close to 40 minutes, is that not up? Because I'm looking at that like, what are you doing? And then the press conference, they're like, so do you feel like you weren't aggressive tonight? He's like, nah, I was aggressive. I was just looking for my team. I was doing the right decision. And I'm like, bro, it's just after an L, that seems dumb as hell to say. I was making the right decisions the whole night. It just didn't happen that way. And I'm just kind of like, bro, but like, you got the ultimate green light. Like 13, bro, each game, the game before this, you were 12 for 17. You had a 32 piece. The game before this, you had another 30 ball, but you were 12 for 26. No hesitations. Yeah. So why in the third game, after y'all just came back,
after a blowout,
and I'm thinking like y'all about to, because I'm literally like, though, the tide of this series can change if they win this next game, but the Thunder just kind of spanked them. Like,
well, it was close. It was a close game.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a matter of
just Anthony Edwards didn't go off.
If you just do your thing,
DiVincenzo was going off. Nikhil Alexander was going off.
Bro, something about his cousin being in this. Like, I don't know why he motivated the ball. Like,
he was balling last night.
He's acting different in this series.
To answer your question though, or to address that, I kind of got mixed thoughts about that, bro. I don't know if I feel how you feel all the way. I think you kind of got to do what the game is allowing you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have, but again, I'm watching that game. It looked like he's getting strapped. There's not many opportunities to take shots. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to give it up. To me, because I remember having this conversation about Julius Randle, because I think Julius Randle had like a bad game, maybe game 1 or game 2 or something like that. And I'm like, dog, when your shot is not dropping, you look for other ways to affect the game. I think me and you were watching that game together when he had like 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and like maybe like 8 points or some shit like that. Right. And I was saying, when your shot is not dropping, you got to look for other ways to affect the game. It don't mean that you're not in the game because you're not taking shots. There's other ways to affect the game. I understand if you're that guy that we do depend on for points, but when you got your role players dropping shots like they were last night, I'm not mad at him you know what I'm saying? If you take 13 of them, but you got DiVincenzo dropping threes, you got Alexander Walker dropping threes, you got Jaden McDaniels.
But he's acting like his shot off. You're not even off, bro.
Bro, he's getting fucking swarmed, bro. He's not. There's no opportunity for him to get his shots off. You want him to force it? Do you want him to force it? That's what you want.
He a motherfucker that do not. I'm just saying.
So you would rather see him go 5 for 25?
Anthony Edwards is.
I'm asking. Would you rather see him go 5 for 25 or 5 for 13?
Oh, I'd rather see him go. No, go. I mean, 25 is insane.
That's what I'm asking. No. Because you can't really pick what he do. If you want him to be aggressive, he's gonna be aggressive. If you want him to be, you want him to see how the game flow is, then he's gonna do that.
100%.
But you can't be like Anthony. Go out there and take 20 shots.
You know what I'm saying? I just more so feel like there's nothing that says you off offensively. So like, I'm like, bro, just you can.
What do you mean by that? There's nothing that says you're off offensively. If you're the focal point of the defense, like you're the defense's key, and you know every time you drive to the paint, there's 4 people there.
I do think
like as soon as you bring the ball at half court, there's 2 people right there. You know what I'm saying?
I do think another thing that like results in that as well too, and this is not necessarily his fault, but it's like I do think Gobert and Michael Conley are weak spots on that team. You don't even have anybody to initiate the offense, so Anthony Edwards is having to do that on top of everything too. Kind of like, damn, like to your point. All eyes are on me, so I have to play make because it's not like I have a point guard that's gonna really demand the defense to pay attention to his drives. Like the double and triple gonna be right there ASAP for me because they're off of you, they're playing off of you. Whereas opposed to like if you had a point guard that really had the defense respect, Anthony Edwards would get caught in mad mismatches and shit like that where he could take advantage. So I understand he's doing a lot, but I guess it's just a preference thing. Like I do definitely think it's like, especially when the game is like when I feel like it's in reach, it's like, no, bro, like I feel like the best opportunity is for you to take your joint. You make like. But
I feel like what you're saying,
the best players in the league too, bro. I feel like they take contested shots. That's why they're the best. That's why they're the best.
There's a difference between taking contested shots and trying to shoot over 3-4 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't take a contested shot. Someone's closing out, or you're being strapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caruso or somebody strapping you, you just rise up above him. I'm not saying like, yeah, do that. But I don't know, bro. Because I said it before we even started talking about Anthony Edwards specifically. I was saying, bro, like OKC's defense is different. Like, they're strapping him. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to and then. When we get to him specifically, I'm like, when I remember what I remember seeing in the first few games is him literally being surrounded by Thunder defenders. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, where does he get his shot off? You know what I'm saying? But that's I know he had that one game where, in
comparison to them other games, he shot his
game 3.
It's not like the defense was like this. They did something new. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same defense.
Game 3, I think it was, when he went off for like 40 or something, or 30 something. When he went off crazy in the first quarter or first half.
Like his first game, he had less points than when he had 17 shots, but he shot 26 times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but I mean, again, like, I think it's a wrap now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. I also do
it's
think
unfortunate.
It's a matter of like.
They lost the momentum. The momentum was
2-1. You gotta just
the momentum was from game 3. Like they didn't build up. I mean, but it's crazy though, because the game last night was close. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of unfortunate that they,
You know what I'm saying? Like set picks for the boy, like some shit.
Oh, you're talking about how to get him open?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It's not
Bro, I'm sure they thought of all of that. It don't work.
No, bro, trust me, because I'm like, bro, because I'm like a nigga, because I do like Shea, bro.
Yeah,
it's not happening. It's not happening.
Because you don't got Caruso, Hartenstein, and fucking you're not playing against these guys. You're not playing against Lou Dort and fucking Chet Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing against them. You're playing with them.
I'm telling you, bro, nobody can do nothing with that boy.
Who, Shea?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who does Minnesota even have defensively? Like, they could.
Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards are right there. 2 of the best.
No facts. No facts.
That's the position. That's like Nikhil Alexander. Like, they got defense. I'm saying that's why I'm saying, like, bro, Shea's really him. Like, Timberwolves are that. Like, they are that on that side of the floor.
Yeah.
I
think. Well, what do you think about Julius Randle? Do you feel that same way that you feel about Anthony Edwards with him? Like, do you feel like he should be doing more?
I mean, yeah, I would like more for Randle as well too. Yeah. But I mean, you're the 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna start at the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. My conversation is not on some Anthony Edwards doesn't have enough help. I'm not necessarily saying that. More says like, damn, I wanted more from you. You know what I'm saying? And that too. But that's not my focal point. My focal point, I'm not looking like with Jokic. When that series, I'm like, Jokic need help. I'm not really looking at Jokic like, bro, Jokic, you should have did more. Nah, I don't feel that way. I'm like, bro, he literally did all he could do.
Yeah.
He don't really got enough. I think Anthony Edwards could definitely be, you know what I'm saying? Just a matter of like maintaining the play that I see.
Let me ask you this though. Because what I'm most excited about with these playoffs is that we're gonna have a new. It's new blood in here. You know what I'm saying? It's fresh
even
blood.
With New York, it's 50 years, so it's
yeah.
For every,
but their stars are like young stars up and coming. So let me ask you this: who do you think has like the most to gain, or like whose stock trumps everybody else's if they win a championship?
So that's what I was saying right at the beginning of the joint. And before I even answer that, I'm like, all of these teams are literally, they will all either have a doc. No matter who wins it, there will be a documentary of the year. Because for 3 teams, it will be their first ever. Yeah. And then for the other team, Knicks is just the storied franchise. Yeah. Like so that's just lit in that regard. But I think it's Halliburton. Again, he's the 4th best out of all of the number ones of the teams. But I just feel like, again, the lore, his whole like the story arc that sometimes these leagues provide is kind of like the context of him being the most overrated by
amongst his peers. That's fucked up.
To be the champion.
I mean, it's not fucked up, but it's like
beat y'all though.
It's funny.
Like what?
I honestly, I really do fuck with it. I really do fuck with it from an underdog standpoint because
like, what?
I remember hearing that.
That too.
I remember hearing about that survey that they said Halliburton was the most overrated, and I remember thinking like, it's kind of fucked up, but I could see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see why they would say that, but I keep saying fucked up, but I don't mean fucked up. It's like damn, like, I don't know if he deserved that, but I can see it.
You know what that tells me? What it really honestly tells me? I'm kind of like, because I'm like, it's the peers, so I'm like, you're probably not likable, bro. Yeah. People probably don't fuck with how you carry.
I don't know if that's it.
I think I really, because I'm like, bro, he was on the Olympic. I don't know what y'all thinking. Like he's just like getting like, I think he's like connections. And
yeah, facts.
Like, yeah, bro,
like his nepotism or some shit.
Like he got none of that. Like Halliburton is really tough, and I feel like sometimes we just so in love with the motherfucker that scored, we not realizing how the nigga make this team. I'm like, bro, they're the how you really define, that age-old saying where they'd be like, yo, the sum of its parts are like greater than like each individual piece.
That's the Pacers.
Literally,
for sure.
That's them.
That's the Pacers.
That's them. Yeah. They do different things, right? Even when the team makes it, they're trying to push it as if they missed it. They're like literally running out of bounds to inball the ball and just push it. Like, I'm like, but everything that be doing, I'm kind of like, and I shout out Rick Carlisle as well too. Yeah. I'm like, I definitely be like, yeah, bro, they be playing with like this type of intention and they have this belief about them. Like, everybody on the team can shoot a 3-ball. Yeah. Like, literally everybody. Other than Miles Bryant.
Smith bailed him out.
Naismith
bailed him out that second game.
100, man, that was some magic
that 6
shit,
threes
bro.
in the fourth quarter, some stupid shit. That was crazy.
Bro, that Kawhi.
That was the
Kawhi.
That alone makes this the greatest playoffs I've ever seen, bro.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
Crazy. But let me ask you this. Do you think whoever does win a championship for their franchise, do you think they instantly become that franchise's best player?
That's a great question. Because
you got like who's the greatest player? Who's the greatest pacer?
That's
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, I don't.
Paul George.
No.
Who's the nigga before Granger?
It's Reggie Miller. It's Reggie Miller.
Yeah,
without a doubt, it's Reggie Miller.
But he got no rings for them.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know what? I'm one of them motherfuckers that will argue.
Let's start with the Pacers.
Once they get it, no.
You're gonna go through each one.
Each one of them. It literally be, if you get this ship, then all you have to do is. You don't even have to win another one. Just maintain your play, and I'll say you will
stay there and be like their franchise's highest leading scorer.
Brunson, if Knicks you win it, Brunson, don't worry.
Is he better than Patrick Ewing?
Oh, he's already to me
better than Melo.
To me, he's passed all of that. Now the only people is off respect is Walt Frazier
off respect. You said Bernard King.
No. Bernard wasn't even on the ship. I forgot it was Walter Frazier and I forgot somebody else. But like they're the greatest Knicks just because of like just off of that alone. I've been
Allen
like,
Houston?
bro, that's all you gotta. No, it wasn't Allen.
John Starks?
No. There was somebody on Walt Frazier's team.
Oh, on Walt Frazier's team.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Jalen Brunson better than all of them.
Oh,
all of them.
Allen Houston.
No. Let me be clear too. No. Jalen Brunson is not better than Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
but he's a better Nick.
Yeah,
greatest Nick.
Yes. Yes. Patrick Ewing, John Starks. Yes, bro. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes.
Damn, Patrick Ewing is solidified. Yes, like you don't even gotta think about it.
Yeah, man. Because of the what he doing in the time frame.
He took him to the finals.
Yeah, if he gets to the finals, then
did he take him to the finals or the Eastern Conference Finals? No, Patrick Ewing.
No, Patrick. No,
they never went to a finals.
No Bulls.
Eastern Conference. Yeah, the Bulls was right there. What about in Minnesota?
Minnesota,
you got KG. I mean, KG probably their best.
KG the greatest, right? KG the greatest Timberwolf. But if AE get that, it's not gonna be like boom. All right, now it's just gonna be like, yeah, bro, It will be his.
Yeah,
it will be.
It
his.
will be his.
It will be his. That's
I think. I think Anthony Edwards is almost inevitable. Even if we were to no. If he were to win it, it's like it's inevitably he's the best. What's called right. And that's no disrespect to KG at all. It's just that franchise don't got as much history, I think, as like the Knicks or some shit.
I think and
KG and honestly, I can't think of another. Stephon Marbury? No, Stephon Marbury was there with KG. I can't think of another Timberwolf that was as big as KG or even close. You know what I'm saying?
KG was marketable. You know, the Impossible's not like I think.
But I'm
definitely.
Well, that was in Boston. The Impossible is not anything is possible.
He was on. That was
anything is possible. That was when he said that on the Celtics when he won the championship.
Oh yeah, when he did that. Yeah.
But I can't think of no other Timberwolf that's like even close to KG. I literally can't think of any other star on the Timberwolves ever.
Yeah.
I can't think of not one, bro. Not one like star. Yeah. That's crazy. But this is the one though. OKC. Yeah. OKC. Does Shea become the greatest Thunder ever over KD?
Again, with his
Russ.
Shit, with his shit,
you know what I'm saying?
It just becomes.
He most accomplished.
With his shit, if he gets it, it just becomes it will be yours. It will be yours. Like the only thing is, off of like for instance, if he does that, then he retires. No, I don't think niggas will consider him greater than like Russell as I feel like with shit like that.
Russell Westbrook.
Like.
So you think? Do you think Westbrook is the best Thunder as it stands right now?
No, what I think Durant is the best. The best. Yeah, was the best. And I think
the best
obvious.
Thunder.
But
I think the best for that franchise.
I think they will just go with Russell. Yeah, I think that will go.
Because he stayed longer, or what?
Just because, he did the triple, with 3 straight triple double. He really just. He went all. It was just if you watched it, bro, you were just like, "Damn, this motherfucker!" He
is what Thunder represents.
Yeah, bro, he stayed. He stayed.
Facts.
And when he stayed, then he did that. Bro, when he first averaged a triple double, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and then
I was kind of like, and now we're like, triple double. I'm like, bro, he make niggas don't even discredit it and be like, it's not tough.
Triple doubles don't mean what they used to.
Yeah, it's facts. But that in itself, I think those shits type of matter. But no, if Shea wins the ship, man, that's all you need to do. Just keep balling like it's his. He'll be greater than Durant. Durant got his 2 Finals MVPs with the fucking Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas built to their legacy in other places, so they can act. And Durant still, guess what? Durant will never be the greatest Warrior. That's Steph Curry. That's Steph. So, there's nothing he could have done that would have changed that. It's just sometimes how people associate you with a city. Yeah. Kind of Russell Westbrook shit was OKC, but I'm like, Shea, bro, is quickly
so people don't associate.
Quickly making it his. But even with Russell, when they see each other in the playoffs, he got the standing ovation. There's a role player. Yeah. No, when he comes to stand ovation. I'm like, bro, they love this nigga here. It ain't beef. They like, yo, that's our guy.
That's facts. That's facts.
But that's how that should be. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Same thing with Dallas, Mavericks. I think Luka is the best player. I think he's the best, but
not better than Dirk.
I think he's
not the better Maverick. I think than Dirk,
no, he's not the better Maverick. No, he's not. That's what I mean. I think Luka's a better player.
Well, it's hard to compare.
And he played 7 years, right? But you will never be a better Maverick than Dirk because you would have to win. You would have to win a ring. Dirk won some.
But it's hard to compare. It's hard to compare who the. Well, it's not that it's hard. It's a different compare.
If somebody got a ring and they don't, you can never be the greatest of that.
It's a different conversation to talk about what type of player that player is versus what that player means to a franchise. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Because you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about who, obviously Luka's a better player than Dirk. He's a different type of player completely. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron is better than Shaq, but Shaq is a greater Laker.
Yeah.
That's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do, LeBron. You couldn't change it. You could even win 3. You could win 2. You could win after this year. If we won 2 years straight and he got 3 with the Lakers, you still wouldn't be a greater Laker than Shaq. No.
Really?
Nope. I don't think so.
Why? Like I see Shaq.
It would
as,
still be. It would be a tie.
I see Shaq as a Laker, but I feel like Kobe is the Laker. If LeBron had a career comparable to Shaq's, he would be the next Laker. If you ask me, Shaq would be after him.
Nah, because I'd be like, Shaq got it in a three-peat. Over years, you would be tied. How can I be like, okay, you're better than Shaq now when they both? I said if you get two more, that mean three with the Lakers. Shaq did 3 too.
Yeah.
So how?
But just because he got, I don't see it as because he got in a three-peat is better.
Bro, there's only been three-peats.
Yeah, but the thing is like, that's
why would
true.
LeBron's be better? That's all I'm saying.
The thing is, Shaq did it in like his team was better. You know what I'm saying? Like his team was a better team.
I mean, we don't know what LeBron's team is gonna be for those two though.
That's what I'm saying. Well, as it stands right now at this moment, Shaq was on a better team than LeBron has been on. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? Like you got Kobe there, you got Robert Horry. You know what I'm saying? You got Derek Fisher.
Bro, no.
You know what I'm saying?
It's comparable. But we're saying Derek Fisher and Robert Horry are just spanking Austin Reeves and all. Like they're just.
I'm not saying they're spanking them.
I mean,
I'm not saying they're spanking them, but listen.
Then you had the guys,
there's very like those players are very important. Like the makeup of that team, like you said, the sum of its parts is greater than
but
the
league
total.
different
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's what that Lakers team was. Robert Horry, you say his name in a vacuum. He's not
all
that
of the
exciting.
niggas that we have on
Robert
this team
Horry
are more
was
talented than the niggas that we had back in the day. That's just that's a fact. It's just the league is
different. Is a different. That's what I'm saying. That's a different conversation because almost everybody. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but like this generation of NBA players are on a different talent
100%,
level than
100%.
the previous generations.
100%.
That's why, not because they're actually. You know what I'm saying? Like the game was different. So for that time, that team was a better team than this team in this time.
But just returning to the original point, though, I just do think there's different ways to level like who's a greater person for the franchise versus like who's the greatest player that actually played for them. Like I do think they don't have to be one and the same at all. That's
I don't think they are even are one.
Yeah, 100%. That's basically that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying for sure.
I think that
it'd be clear cut who'd be the best like of each franchise. I think like I don't.
So you think each player left in it, if they won, they would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's a weird.
I think it would be. I think it would be debatable with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Although, like, if you ask me, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm not a Knicks fan, but like Brunson would be my favorite Knick.
Recency bias too, man.
Yeah,
it's
Brunson would be my favorite Knick. Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's it.
For sure.
That's it, bro. Like he returned that shit back there. It's it. It's over.
Yeah,
it's
that would
over,
be crazy.
Man.
That would be crazy. I'm trying to think about on the other side with the Pacers though. With what do you think is like? Say the Pacers win it all. You know what I'm saying? Do you see them like the Pistons with like Chauncey Billups and that? Because that's the kind of team that I see them as. Whereas like I don't expect them to win a championship, but the fact that they've done this, they've gone to the Eastern Conference Finals twice. To me, that's like that's comparable to those Pistons. Like I feel like I was surprised when the Pistons won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like I was surprised. I knew defensively they were great, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like they don't Richard Hamilton's their best player. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like what? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but they was historic. The defense was it was a historic defensive team. Like they were holding teams to like 80 points. Like back to like to what you said. Some of the parts like it worked that year, but teams was able to like I guess design their teams better the next offseason. But Pacers are like.
But didn't they go to a couple of Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, and they went to two
finals
too.
Yeah,
they won against the Lakers.
Yeah,
and they lost against the Spurs.
That's who like these Pacers remind me of. Like a team that I'm like, they
gotta get there.
For whatever reason, I don't feel like y'all are supposed to be here.
They gotta get there though. Like,
that's facts.
Then
facts.
It's a matter of it's kind of like that feeling will kind of naturally just kind of go because it's like, yo, bro, it's not like they played people with injuries. They beat these teams. They just beat the teams they played with. Other than Bucks, they beat
the Bucks. They
even
beat
when
the
they
Cavs.
had Dame come back, like for them getting like, it didn't matter. Like it was like damn, like they was winning anyway. So I'm like, Cavs. Nah, y'all were there. Y'all try to have them little knick-knack shit. Like, nah, bro.
I'm weak.
Nah.
They had Garland sit out. They had Mobley came out. They went down 2-0. These niggas was back the next game.
About that. Yeah, we're like,
I'm
exactly.
weak.
It was weird.
I'm like, those niggas was not even hurt for real.
They're not locked in. Y'all not locked in. It's all right.
I'm weak.
Like, that's all. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not.
Them niggas went down 0-2. Next game. All of a sudden, niggas is
playing the whole
healthy.
series now. So what? Y'all niggas took a.
I'm weak. Yeah, it's like it's too late. It's too late. Yeah, not facts. It's too late.
That was weird. That's weird. But yeah, so little shit like that make me be like, all right, yeah, niggas not really serious.
You been paying attention to the NFL offseason? Like, did you pay attention to the draft at all?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's certain like Shador.
Well, I'm just I mean,
like Jack.
There's some big storylines. I'm more talking about. I mean, we can get into the Shador Sanders thing because I have thoughts on that. But I was more just talking about as far as like how some of these teams are shaping up this offseason. How some of these NFL teams have been shaping up this offseason.
So is there like maybe
is there any
forward of seeing this?
I was gonna say, is there any team that you feel like had a great offseason?
I think I'm kind of interested to see how the Commanders come out this year. Trying to see exactly the Cowboys additions too, like how much better they look now. Dak coming back, getting Pickens.
How do you feel about the George Pickens thing? Do you think that's a net positive or a net negative?
I think it's a positive.
Yeah.
I think it's a positive, and he's in the franchise where it just kind of, people try to go knock his person out, whatever. I was just like, it just works over there though. It just
with George Pickens, this is kind of where
true to the CD.
This is what I want to know.
Very fire.
Do you see him more of? And I'm not saying that you see him as an issue, but in the media he's an issue to people. So do you think people see him more as like a Terrell Owens kind of issue, or more like a fucking like a who got like off the field problems like Tyreek Hill. Like an Antonio Brown kind of issue.
No, it's more so like T.O., bro. It's not. I think it's blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Niggas be acting like he be doing like shit, like doing things. It's just, bro. It's kind of like y'all just. He's just kind of loud. You just don't like how he kind of loud. Yeah. You don't like how he carries shit, or like you think he's standoff.
You want him to be quiet, and he don't be quiet.
You know what, bro? I think y'all really just. I think we
dragging it?
I think we dragging it, bro. I think we dragging it. Or like the worst thing is like, oh, he showed up one time 30 minutes before a game. That's the worst thing I heard. Like, and I'm like, look, that's some bonehead.
Let's hear the circumstances.
That's some bonehead shit. Like, no, that's some bonehead shit. But like, all right, bro. Like, okay, is that it? Like,
yeah.
All right, bro. Like, come on now. I don't know what we doing. So, I think a player like that, he's probably geeked to just have another opportunity because this is contract year. So if he balls this year, he's trying to lock in some long term next year. So I think the timing for the Cowboys it's definitely worth what you.
So you're gonna
pay
get
for him.
You're gonna get your best behavior.
You're just gonna. I don't know. You're gonna get your best performer. You're gonna get your best fucking performer. That's what I'm gonna say. He's probably gonna be himself again. But with the Cowboys, they love the press. That's cool. They like players, you know what I'm saying, that be having their own attitude.
I actually love this for the Cowboys because I feel like every time they do something like this, they make a move like this, they get their head in the clouds.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
I mean, and then like it really don't amount to anything. Like first round exit. We're probably gonna see a first round exit if they get to the playoffs.
I hear you, but like I definitely am on some. All right, now for sure, CD been killing shit, and now you actually have somebody you gotta respect at there too.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, their offense should be a little bit more dynamic. I don't know who they got for their running back.
Their running back was coming up last year. It was a young dude.
And they might have drafted somebody too, though.
They had a young dude that was kind of coming on towards the end of last year. I can't remember his name. But he was like a rookie or a second year.
And the offensive line is also like definitely much improved too, so they should be so good. I mean, Eagles still look like there's no reason why they shouldn't just come into this shit cooking shit still.
Nah, you kind of mentioned it.
Bengals should be interesting. I'm curious to see how they go about shit too.
I hope they let go of Trey Hendrickson because I feel like I've heard that the Commanders is a interesting spot for him. But no, going back to when you mentioned the Commanders, I feel like they're a team I kind of want to see how like year 2 for Jaden Daniels goes. Like they definitely put some more weapons around him and some more protection around him. I think Marshawn Lattimore in his second year. I think we also got another corner that used to play for the Patriots last year. I think seeing how our defense kind of comes together this year is going to be interesting because with the defense, really, we can't go anywhere but up, honestly. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting to play out. The Bengals, that's like my AFC team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hope they have a good year this year. Like I feel like they got all the pieces in place, but for whatever reason, I mean, their defense is trash. They're at an hour, and if they don't get Trey Henderson on board, like their defense is.
They resigned both Jamar. What was the other?
Higgins. No, not Higgins.
Higgins. They locked them in too. So I'm kind of like, yo, bro, you got your core unit, and y'all kind of like at that point where everybody's like, yo, what are y'all gonna do? Yeah. Same thing with the Bills are kind of at that point as well too. Like
Bills, Ravens, like, it's time to take the next step. You know what I'm saying? It's those 3 teams. Yeah. Have you heard this? Motherfuckers was saying. Well, I saw a headline. I'm not gonna cap. I saw a headline that now people are thinking Tomlin should be done in Pittsburgh. Have you heard of this?
I mean, you keep hearing that, but I think with Tomlin, it's always just a matter of, bro. I mean, if you look at the personnel, are we gonna act like Tomlin's the GM? He's not. Yeah. So when you look at the quarterbacks that they've had, even in Roethlisberger later years, and then after that, it's kind of like, well, is that his? That's what I have to work with, my nigga. And I think I always like people. I think people get jaded. It's kind of like MVP awards. Like it's like in reality, like people when it comes to like LeBron or Giannis, we could have gave their MVPs to them way more years than they actually won the joint. It's just kind of like we get tired of it. So I feel like with Tomlin as well, it's like we get tired of the fact that he's so never been under 500.
I was about to say he's so consistent, and he's not bad enough to get
a losing season.
He's not bad enough. He's not bad enough to move on from. You know what I'm saying? But he's like just boringly consistent.
But I'm kind of like, yeah, bro. I'm like, give it the squad. I'm kind of like, look, he's somebody that gets the most out of the players. I don't think his message is like jaded in the locker room. I think it's literally a personnel at the most important position. Yeah, the most important. And you're like, well, we can coast, but we can have everything else pretty straight. No, that does not work.
Got rid of Najee Harris, I think.
Now it's like, even if you put a quarterback in there, it's like, what pieces do they have? Like, bro, like.
DK
what
Metcalf.
The fuck is what is a new coach?
DK
what
Metcalf.
Is that? What's gonna change? Yeah, DK Metcalf. Right, they got DK Metcalf, but now I'm like, but you lost Najee Harris, and now your quarterback is on some. You're literally just begging for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. I think they should go Kirk Cousins route. To be honest, that's what I think. I think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback.
Is he a free agent right now?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a free agent, but I know he's not trying to be on the Falcons.
Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, he wants to play. Yeah, he's not playing. He's not gonna play. Penix, that's it now. It's Penix team, but I think that's really the play. I don't know why they just like being cucks for fucking Rodgers, man. That shit's really crazy.
Nah, it is.
Just waiting for him. Like, I'm like, bruh, I don't know what you think he gonna do with this personnel. Like, just DK.
Yeah, I think.
And shout out Hot and Schwaller, the tight. He's good. He's good too. But yeah,
not
man.
Freiermuth.
Freiermuth.
You talking about Freiermuth?
Yeah, Freiermuth.
That's the tight end over there. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. But is there anything else? I feel like
I was gonna say, I was saying, man, I was able over these past couple of weeks, bro, and in the crypto trenches, because the markets is definitely looking bullish. We have Bitcoin hit an all-time high 2 days ago, so it hit $110,000.
110.
Yeah, man. So
damn, why did I think it already hit that? But I guess not.
Nah, it was at 100.
When it had that 100, it went to like 102, 103, and then
it just got so shit looking really cool. But fucking, I've been able to lock this lock in a partnership with this company called Dupe. Very cool. Basically, you can search any type of like furniture or home decor on the market type of thing.
Okay.
And you can go onto Dupe and you can find
Something
same comparable items for like marked off accounts, and it's like an image search engine. So you can also, if you don't have the name or anything like that, you can just upload an image of what it is that it looks like.
Yeah.
Whatever, and it'll just go scour the internet and try to find that type of shit, whatever is out there.
Okay, and this is sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's traditionally like a Web 2 company. Like that's what but they kind of entered into the crypto space and they made their token, right? So, I was what I've been doing for them over the past couple of weeks. I'll make these like 40-second type raps, just what I'm saying, talking about the company or whatnot, and yeah, just sent another one, dropping another one today. But yeah, just like weekly
dope.
raps, yeah,
that is dope.
It's been really cool.
So you get to get in your writing bag.
Yeah, 100%. Just kind of like, because I had offered them a whole pitch of just being able to like create content, evangelize their fucking shit, kind of like do testimonial shit. Yeah. And
like I think they call it UGC, user generated content,
shit like that. So you're like, oh, get word. I'll keep that in mind, right? But in the meantime, I was kind of like running my engagement up as well, kind of like just dropping previous music videos of shit I've been did in like real format, and kind of like hashtagging crypto projects. Just kind of like, so it gets an algorithm type shit, right?
Yeah.
And like people are like, oh, like
how you find that it's been working?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So like that shit was working, and then like dude from Dupe was basically hit me with her like on some, yo, is that you rapping in these videos? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh, you been holding out, like the shit you pitched us is cool, like we want some music. I was like, word. I was like, I didn't even, I'm not even in that headspace to think that's I'm like, say less.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. So,
that's
so
dope.
doing that's been actually cool. So now I'm just kind of thinking about, all right, how do I leverage these same skills to other companies? It's not like crazy bandwidth out of me to do. So I'm like,
no, that's dope.
Yeah, so,
that's dope.
Yeah, it's just been very hard.
Yeah, man, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
For sure.
Yeah, man, enjoy the rest of these playoffs. I know I'm going to. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next week.
Real early.